Your goals are your responsibility, and with determination, you have everything you need to reach them. The road to success is built with your own hands, step by step, even when no one else is there. When you learn to rely on yourself, you'll discover a strength you never knew you had. Achieving your goals alone might seem challenging, but it's more than possible. You don't need anyone else's help to succeed. You just need to take control, stay focused, and trust yourself. In this video, we'll walk through simple, practical steps that will guide you toward your goals. Whether you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, I'll show you how to break through those barriers, eliminate distractions, and build the discipline needed to succeed on your own. You have the power to make it happen right now. So, are you ready to take that first step? Let's dive in. Number 1. Decide what you want and commit to achieving it. Deciding what you want is the first real challenge. Most people never sit down and ask themselves what they truly want. They go through life doing what others expect, following what seems safe, or settling for whatever comes their way. But if you don't take control of your direction, life will choose for you, and that is a dangerous place to be. If you want to achieve your goals alone, you must first know exactly what those goals are. Not a vague idea, not something you think would be nice, a real decision, a clear choice, a goal that means something to you. One that makes you want to wake up earlier, work harder, and push through the tough days. Without a real decision, you will drift. You will jump from one thing to the next. You will get excited about something one day and forget about it the next. That is how people waste years. They start something, but they never finish. They never commit fully. And because of that, they never make real progress. A real decision is firm. It does not change based on how you feel. It is not something you drop when things get difficult. It is something you stand by no matter what. To make a strong decision, you must ask yourself the right questions. What do you truly want? Not what others expect. Not what looks good on paper. What do you want deep down? What do you care about so much that you are willing to struggle for it? That is the kind of goal that will keep you going. That is the kind of goal that will make you push through every obstacle. If your decision is weak, if your reason is not strong enough, you will give up when things get hard. And they will get hard. Once you decide, you must commit fully. That means you no longer entertain doubts. You do not keep other options open. You do not allow distractions to take your focus away. You commit. Commitment means doing what you said you would do even after the excitement fades. It means showing up every single day, putting in the work, and pushing forward even when you don't feel like it. This is where most people fail. They start with energy, but when the challenges come, they hesitate. They slow down. They start looking for excuses. And before they know it, they have stopped completely. If you are serious about your goal, that cannot happen. You cannot allow temporary feelings to control your actions. You cannot give yourself a way out. Commitment is about removing all other options. You do not think, if this doesn't work, I'll try something else. No. You tell yourself, this is what I am doing, and I will find a way to make it work. When you commit fully, your mind starts to shift. You stop wasting time on distractions. You stop looking for shortcuts. You start working with a different level of focus, and that level of focus leads to results. People who succeed are not the ones who had the easiest path. They are the ones who refused to quit. They are the ones who decided, committed, and followed through. You must develop that mindset. You must train yourself to be the kind of person who does not back down. If something gets in your way, you figure out how to go through it, over it, or around it. But you do not stop. The world is filled with people who quit when things got hard. Do not be one of them. Be the exception. Be the one who refuses to accept failure. When you commit, you must also take responsibility. No blaming others. No complaining about circumstances. No waiting for someone to come and help you. This is your goal. It is your responsibility. If something goes wrong, you fix it. If you make a mistake, you learn from it. If things take longer than expected, you stay patient and keep working. That is what commitment looks like. And here's the truth. No one is going to hold you accountable. No one is going to force you to stay committed. This is on you. You must be the one to push yourself. You must be the one to remind yourself why you started. People often wait for motivation, but motivation is temporary. It fades. What keeps you going is discipline. What keeps you going is discipline. What keeps you going is the decision you made on day one. If you want to achieve your goal alone, you must be willing to push yourself. You must be willing to hold yourself to a higher standard. If you let yourself off the hook, if you make excuses, you will fall behind. You must create a structure that keeps you on track. Set deadlines. Track your progress. Hold yourself accountable. Make your goal a part of your daily routine. Do not leave it to chance. When you commit fully, you will notice something. Your confidence will grow. Your belief in yourself will become stronger. You will stop second-guessing your decisions, because commitment builds self-trust. When you keep your word to yourself, you start to believe in your ability to follow through, and that belief will carry you through the hardest moments. Most people do not trust themselves because they have broken too many promises to themselves. They have started things and quit too many times. That is why they hesitate. That is why they doubt. If you want to change that, you must start by proving to yourself that you can commit. You must start by making a decision and following through with it. The first few days will be easy. The first few weeks might still feel exciting. But eventually the hard days will come. The days when you don't feel like it. The days when nothing seems to be working. The days when quitting feels like the easier option. That is when you must remind yourself why you started. That is when you must push through. That is when you must prove to yourself that you are serious about this. When you commit fully, you take control of your future. You stop waiting for things to happen. You stop hoping for luck. You stop depending on others. You become the kind of person who decides, commits, and makes things happen. You become the kind of person who refuses to stay stuck. You become the kind of person who takes responsibility for their own success. And when you become that person, your entire life changes. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to find solutions where others find excuses. You start to move forward while others stay in the same place. Number 2. Eliminate distractions and focus only on your goal. Distractions are the silent killers of progress. They steal your time, your energy, and your focus without you even realizing it. If you want to achieve your goals alone, you must take control of your attention. You must eliminate distractions and lock in on what truly matters. Most people do not fail because they lack talent or intelligence. They fail because they are constantly distracted. They start the day with good intentions, but before they know it, hours have passed, and they have accomplished nothing meaningful. They get caught up in unnecessary conversations, useless entertainment, and mindless scrolling. And at the end of the day, they wonder why they are not making progress. If you want to achieve your goal, you cannot allow distractions to control your life. You must remove anything that does not serve your purpose. You must create an environment that forces you to focus. The first step is identifying your biggest distractions. What is pulling you away from your goal? What is taking up your time but giving you nothing in return? Be honest with yourself. The things you waste time on might seem small, but they add up. If you lose 1 hour every day to distractions, that is 365 hours a year, almost 10 full work weeks wasted. Most distractions come from 2 sources: your environment and your own habits. If your environment is filled with noise, interruptions, and temptations, you will struggle to focus. If you have habits that lead you to procrastinate, you will keep delaying the work that matters. You must take control of both. Change your environment to support your focus. If your phone is the problem, put it away. If social media is the problem, block it. If people around you are the problem, set boundaries. Many people struggle with distractions because they try to rely on willpower. They think they can resist temptation, but willpower is weak. It fades throughout the day. The best strategy is to remove the temptation entirely. If junk food is in your house, you will eat it. If your phone is next to you, you will check it. If the TV is on, you will watch it. Do not fight distractions, eliminate them. Make it easier to focus by making distractions harder to access. The next step is creating a system that keeps you focused. Success is not about working harder. It is about working smarter. If you leave your focus to chance, you will lose it. You must have a plan for when and how you will work on your goal. Set specific times for deep work. Treat those times as non-negotiable. When it is time to work, nothing else matters. No messages, no calls, no entertainment. Just the task in front of you. Use timers to keep yourself locked in. Set a timer for 60 or 90 minutes and do nothing but focused work. When the timer goes off, take a short break, then go again. This forces your brain to stay engaged. Your mind will try to wander. You will feel the urge to check your phone, browse the internet, or do something easier. Recognize this for what it is. Your brain resisting focus. Do not give in. Every time you ignore a distraction, you strengthen your ability to concentrate. One of the biggest distractions people face is other people. Friends, family, co-workers, people who do not respect your time will constantly interrupt you. You must set boundaries. You must make it clear that your time is valuable and that you will not be available when you are working. Most people are afraid to say no. They do not want to disappoint others. They feel guilty for focusing on themselves. But if you do not protect your time, no one else will. If you keep saying yes to everyone else, you are saying no to your own goals. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to apologize. A simple "I'm busy" is enough. If people do not respect your boundaries, that is their problem, not yours. Discipline is about making hard choices. It is about saying no to what is easy and comfortable, so you can say yes to what truly matters. Another major distraction is negative thinking. Doubts, fears, overthinking, all of these take up mental space and slow you down. If you spend hours worrying about failure, you are wasting time that could be used for action. The best way to eliminate mental distractions is to take action. Do not sit around thinking about your goal. Work on it. Even if you feel uncertain, move forward. Action builds confidence. Thinking too much leads to hesitation. Simplify your focus. Too many people try to do too many things at once. They chase multiple goals, switch between projects, and never give one thing their full attention. This is a mistake. If you want real progress, pick one goal and give it everything you have. Do not spread yourself too thin. Master one thing before moving on to the next. The more focused your energy, the faster you will move forward. Create a daily plan. Every morning, write down the 3 most important things you need to do. Just 3. Not a long list. Just the top 3 tasks that will move you closer to your goal. Then get them done before anything else. Do not leave your day open-ended. Do not let randomness decide how you spend your time. Plan ahead. When you wake up, you should already know exactly what you need to do. Most people waste their best hours on meaningless tasks. They check emails, scroll through their phones, and do busy work that makes them feel productive but gets them nowhere. Your first hours are your most powerful. Protect them. Use them for deep work. Do the hardest, most important task first, before distractions creep in. Eliminating distractions is not just about removing things, it is about replacing them with the right habits. If you remove TV but replace it with more social media, you have not solved the problem. If you stop wasting time with friends but replace it with overthinking, you are still stuck. Fill your time with productive actions. Read books that sharpen your mind. Exercise to increase your energy. Work on your skills. Use every moment to improve. Your environment shapes your success. If you surround yourself with distractions, you will stay stuck. If you surround yourself with focus and discipline, you will move forward. Be ruthless with your time. Every hour wasted is an hour you will never get back. Every moment spent on distractions is a moment stolen from your future. Success requires sacrifice. If you are not willing to give up comfort, entertainment, and meaningless distractions, you will never reach your goal. The question is, what do you want more? The short-term pleasure of distractions or the long-term reward of achievement? When you start eliminating distractions, you will feel withdrawal. You will feel restless. You will crave the things you used to waste time on. This is normal. Your brain has been trained to seek easy entertainment. It will take time to rewire your focus. Push through that discomfort. Keep reminding yourself why you are doing this. Keep your goal in front of you. Do not let small distractions pull you away from your bigger purpose. Most people do not have the discipline to stay focused. That is why most people stay stuck. But you are not most people. You have a goal. You have a mission. You have a reason to eliminate anything that slows you down. Make the decision today. Remove every distraction that does not serve you. Set up a system that keeps you on track. Train your mind to stay locked in. Number 3. Create a clear step-by-step plan and follow it. Achieving your goals alone requires more than just determination. It requires structure. It requires a system that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. Without a plan, you are moving blindly. You are hoping for success instead of creating it. If you want to achieve anything significant, you must create a clear step-by-step plan and follow it without hesitation. Most people fail because they do not have a plan. They start with excitement, but after a few days, they lose direction. They feel overwhelmed. They do not know what to do next. They let doubt and confusion slow them down. And eventually, they give up. Not because they lack potential, but because they lack structure. Success is not about working harder, it is about working smarter. A plan gives you clarity. It removes the guesswork. It tells you exactly what needs to be done and when. It turns a big goal into smaller, manageable steps. And when you have that level of clarity, you move faster, you stay motivated, and you make real progress. The first step to creating a clear plan is defining your goal with absolute precision. Most people set vague goals. They say, I want to be successful, or I want to be in better shape, but they do not define what that actually means. If your goal is unclear, your actions will be unclear. You cannot hit a target, you cannot see. Be specific. What exactly do you want to achieve? When do you want to achieve it? What will success look like when you get there? The clearer your goal, the easier it is to create a plan that leads you to it. Once you know your goal, break it down into steps. This is where most people get stuck. They see the goal, but it feels too big. It feels impossible. And because they do not know where to start, they never start at all. The solution is simple. Break the goal down into small, actionable steps. Ask yourself, what is the first thing I need to do? Then what comes next? Keep breaking it down until you have a clear path forward. Imagine you want to start a business. That is a big goal. If you look at the entire process at once, it will feel overwhelming. But if you break it down into steps, research your market, create a business plan, register your company, develop your product, market your service, it suddenly becomes manageable. Now take those steps and put them on a timeline. Assign deadlines. If you do not set specific deadlines, your plan is just a wish list. You will keep delaying, keep waiting for the right time, and before you know it, months will pass without progress. Deadlines create urgency. They force you to act, but having a plan is not enough. You must follow it. Most people start with enthusiasm, but when things get tough, they stop. They let distractions, fear, or doubt pull them away from the path. If you want to succeed, you must stick to the plan no matter what. One way to make sure you follow through is to create a daily action list. Every morning, write down the 3 most important things you need to do that day. These should be the tasks that move you closer to your goal. Not busy work, not random activities, just the essential actions that matter. Then do them first, before anything else. Before checking your phone, before answering emails, before getting distracted by things that do not contribute to your progress. When you do the most important tasks first, you build momentum. You create a habit of progress. Another key to sticking to your plan is tracking your progress. If you do not measure your results, you will not know if you are moving forward. Keep a record of what you have accomplished. Review your progress regularly. If something is not working, adjust your approach. Do not just keep doing the same thing. If it is not bringing results, learn, improve, and keep moving forward. Discipline is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who only talk about them. Anyone can make a plan, but very few people have the discipline to follow it every single day. They let excuses get in the way. They say they are too tired, too busy, too stressed. But successful people do not wait for perfect conditions. They follow their plan even when they do not feel like it. You must develop that mindset. You must commit to your plan as if your future depends on it, because it does. Do not negotiate with yourself. Do not allow doubt to slow you down. You made a plan for a reason. Now trust it and execute it. When challenges come, and they will, do not let them break your focus. Adjust if needed, but never abandon your plan. Obstacles are part of the process. They are tests to see how badly you want your goal. Most people quit when things get difficult, but you are not most people. You keep going. You stay focused. You follow through. The truth is, most people never achieve their goals because they do not have a system. They rely on motivation, which comes and goes. But a plan gives you something stronger than motivation. It gives you direction. It keeps you moving even when motivation fades. Create your plan today. Break your goal into steps. Set deadlines. Make a daily action list. Track your progress. Eliminate distractions. Stay disciplined. Follow through, no matter what. Number 4, discipline yourself to work hard every single day. Discipline is the foundation of success. It is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. Most people struggle to stay consistent. They start strong, but lose momentum. They allow emotions, distractions, and excuses to take control. But if you want to achieve your goals alone, you cannot afford to let that happen. You must discipline yourself to work hard every single day, no matter what. Hard work is not something you do when you feel motivated. It is not something you do when circumstances are convenient. It is a decision you make every morning. It is a habit you build, one action at a time. There will be days when you feel tired, days when you feel uninspired, days when you question if it is worth it. That is when discipline matters the most. Anyone can work hard when they feel good, but those who succeed push through, even when they do not feel like it. Most people fail because they wait for motivation. They tell themselves, I will start when I feel ready. But readiness is a lie. Motivation is unreliable. Some days it is there, some days it is not. If you depend on it, you will be inconsistent. But discipline is different. It is a commitment. It is the ability to take action regardless of how you feel. The secret to discipline is building strong habits. If you make success a habit, you will not have to force yourself to work hard. It will become automatic. You will not waste time deciding whether to act. You will just do it. That is how high achievers operate. They train themselves to take action without hesitation. You must create a daily routine that supports your goals. Structure your day so that working hard is not a choice but a necessity. Set a fixed time for deep work. Eliminate distractions. Make a commitment to do the most important tasks first, before anything else gets in the way. Most people struggle with discipline because they do not have clear priorities. They spend their days reacting to everything around them instead of focusing on what truly matters. If you want to stay disciplined, you must know exactly what needs to be done each day. Write down your top 3 tasks every morning. Do not go to bed until they are completed. Another key to discipline is removing excuses. People say they do not have time, but they waste hours on meaningless activities. People say they are too tired, but they stay up late doing things that do not matter. If something is important, you will find a way. If it is not, you will find an excuse. Stop giving yourself a way out. Stop negotiating with yourself. If you said you would do something, do it. No delays, no second guessing, no waiting for the right moment. The right moment is now. You must also train yourself to love hard work. Do not see it as suffering. Do not see it as a burden. See it as an opportunity. See it as a test of your strength. Every time you push through discomfort, you get stronger. Every time you do what others refuse to do, you separate yourself from the rest. People who lack discipline look for shortcuts. They want the reward without the effort. But success does not work that way. If you want something, you must earn it. You must work for it, day after day without stopping. The most successful people in the world are not the most talented. They are not the luckiest. They are the ones who refused to quit. They are the ones who showed up every day, even when they were tired, even when no one was watching. That is what it takes to win. Discipline is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent. You will have setbacks. You will make mistakes. But that does not mean you stop. That does not mean you slow down. You correct your course and keep moving. Your mind will try to convince you to take it easy. It will try to tell you that you deserve a break. It will tempt you with distractions. But you must be stronger than your feelings. You must remind yourself why you started. The easiest way to build discipline is to make a non-negotiable rule for yourself. No 0 days. No matter what happens, do something that moves you forward. Even if it is small. Even if it is not perfect. What matters is that you show up. People who rely on discipline do not waste time. They do not sit around waiting for motivation. They do not allow distractions to control their lives. They get up and do what needs to be done. Every single day. Without exception. And that is exactly what you must do. Train yourself to take action. No matter how you feel. Make working hard a habit, not a choice. Show up for yourself every single day. Because discipline is not just the key to success. It is the only way to achieve your goals alone. Number 5. Push through loneliness and keep moving forward alone. Loneliness is one of the biggest obstacles you will face when you choose to walk this path alone. It will test your strength. It will challenge your mind. It will make you question if you are doing the right thing. But you must understand something. Success is not about comfort. It is about doing what is necessary, even when it feels difficult. Most people are afraid to be alone. They seek constant validation. They want support, encouragement, and reassurance. But if you depend on others to keep you going, you will always be controlled by their presence or absence. You must learn to stand on your own. When you decide to chase your goals alone, you will experience moments of silence. There will be days when no one checks on you. No one applauds your efforts. No one encourages you to keep going. And this is where most people give up. They assume that if no one is supporting them, then their dream must not be worth it. But that is a lie. Loneliness is not a sign to stop. It is a test to see if you are truly committed. It forces you to rely on yourself. It teaches you to be independent, to trust your own judgment, to keep moving forward without needing approval. If you want to succeed alone, you must push through the loneliness. You must make peace with it. You must learn to use it as fuel. Most people do not know how to be alone with their thoughts. They distract themselves with noise, with entertainment, with people who do not add value to their lives. But if you can learn to be alone without feeling lost, you will develop an unstoppable mindset. Use this time to focus on your goals. While others are busy seeking attention, you are building your future. While they are wasting time, you are improving yourself. You are getting stronger, smarter, and more capable. There will be moments when you miss having company. That is normal, but do not let that feeling slow you down. Remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself that this journey is not about temporary comfort. It is about long-term success. You must also understand that being alone is different from being lonely. Being alone is a choice. It is a strategy. It is how you build focus and discipline. Loneliness, on the other hand, is a state of mind. It happens when you believe that you need others to feel complete. But you do not. You are already complete. You do not need constant company to be strong. If you ever feel the weight of loneliness, shift your focus. Instead of thinking about who is not there, think about what you can accomplish. Set new goals. Work on your skills. Keep yourself so busy improving that you do not have time to feel lonely. Success is a lonely road because most people are not willing to put in the work. They give up when things get hard. They settle for an easy life. But you are different. You are choosing to keep going even when no one else understands your journey. That is what makes you strong. You must also develop mental resilience. When negative thoughts come, you must counter them with action. Do not sit and dwell on loneliness. Move, work, build something. Every time you take action, you gain momentum, and momentum keeps you from sinking into doubt. Learn to appreciate solitude. It is in these quiet moments that you find clarity. It is in these moments that you discover what you are truly capable of. Use this time to plan, to reflect, to become the best version of yourself. Many of the greatest minds in history spent long periods alone. They used that time to create, to think, to build something that would last. They did not waste it searching for approval. They focused on their mission. And because of that, they achieved greatness. You have that same power. But you must be willing to walk alone. You must stop looking for external motivation and start generating your own. You must become your own source of inspiration. Most people will never understand what you are doing. They will question your choices. They will wonder why you are distancing yourself. But that is because they do not have the same vision. Do not expect them to see what you see. Your journey is yours alone. The rewards are yours alone. The success will be yours alone, but only if you have the strength to keep moving forward, no matter how lonely it gets. Loneliness is not your enemy. It is your advantage. It gives you time to focus. It forces you to grow. It makes you stronger. So do not resist it. Do not run from it. Embrace it, use it, and keep pushing forward. Because the only way to achieve your goals alone is to keep moving. No matter who is watching, no matter who is supporting you, no matter how you feel. Number 6, build mental strength and trust yourself to succeed. Mental strength is the foundation of success. Without it, every challenge will break you. Every setback will make you doubt yourself. Every struggle will feel like a reason to quit. But if you develop mental toughness, nothing can stop you. No obstacle will be too big. No failure will be final. No criticism will shake your confidence. Most people never reach their goals because they do not have control over their own minds. They let fear control them. They let doubt make decisions for them. They let temporary discomfort stop them from moving forward. But you cannot afford to be weak. You cannot afford to be controlled by emotions that serve no purpose. You must train your mind to be strong. You must build the ability to keep going, even when everything inside you wants to quit. Because the truth is, life will not always go as planned. Some days will be difficult. Some situations will test you. Some people will try to discourage you. If you are not mentally strong, you will break under the pressure. Mental strength starts with discipline. You must learn to do what needs to be done even when you do not feel like it. You must stick to your plan, even when it is hard. You must keep working, even when there is no immediate reward. Weak minds seek comfort. Strong minds seek progress. You must decide which one you will choose. Most people give up when they face resistance. They assume that struggle means they are on the wrong path. But struggle is proof that you are moving forward. If everything was easy, everyone would be successful. But they are not. Most people fail because they expect things to be easy. They expect success to come without effort. But nothing worthwhile comes without a fight. You must be willing to fight for what you want. You must be willing to endure discomfort, uncertainty, and temporary failure. Every time you push through a challenge, you become stronger. Every time you refuse to quit, you build more confidence. And that confidence is what will keep you going. Trusting yourself is part of mental strength. You cannot rely on others to validate your path. You cannot wait for permission to chase your goals. You cannot expect anyone to believe in you if you do not believe in yourself. Self-trust means you back your decisions. It means you take action without hesitation. It means you do not waste time second-guessing yourself. People who lack self-trust always look for outside opinions. They need reassurance before they make a move. They waste time waiting for the perfect moment. But there is no perfect moment. There is only now. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. To build self-trust, you must take responsibility for your life. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop making excuses. Stop looking for reasons why something will not work. If you want something, take action. If you fail, learn from it. If you struggle, push through it. Every time you take responsibility, you prove to yourself that you are capable. And that builds confidence. Fear is one of the biggest enemies of mental strength. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of making mistakes. But fear only has power if you let it control your actions. If you feel fear but move forward anyway, it loses its grip on you. You must train yourself to act in spite of fear. That is how you build mental toughness. Doubt is another enemy. It makes you hesitate. It makes you overthink. It makes you miss opportunities because you are too busy questioning yourself. But the truth is, doubt is just a thought. It has no power unless you believe it. Instead of feeding doubt, feed action. Every time you take action, doubt weakens. Every time you take action, confidence grows. Resilience is part of mental strength. You will face setbacks. You will encounter failure. But these are not reasons to stop. They are opportunities to grow. The only way to fail permanently is to give up. If you keep going, failure is just a step toward success. Strong minds do not dwell on problems. They look for solutions. They do not waste time complaining. They take action. They do not let emotions control their choices. They focus on what needs to be done. Your mind is like a muscle. If you do not train it, it stays weak. If you let fear, doubt, and excuses control you, you will always feel stuck. But if you train yourself to push through discomfort, you will develop an unshakable mindset. Most people look at successful individuals and assume they were lucky. They assume they had it easy. But what they do not see is the mental battle that took place behind the scenes. The late nights, the failures, the doubts they had to overcome, the discipline they had to build. Every successful person had moments where they wanted to quit, but they did not. And that is why they won. You must remind yourself every day that you are capable. You must remind yourself that struggle is part of the process. You must remind yourself that doubt and fear are normal, but they do not have to control you. To build mental strength, start by challenging yourself. Do something difficult every day. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Train yourself to handle pressure. When things get hard, do not back down. Push forward. If you want to be successful, you must be strong enough to handle the journey. No one is going to do it for you. No one is going to carry you. It is up to you. And the only way to win is to develop a mindset that cannot be broken. Number 7. Hold yourself accountable and never make excuses. Accountability is the key that separates those who succeed from those who only wish they could. In life, it is so easy to make excuses. We live in a world where people are constantly pointing fingers, blaming others, and finding reasons why they can't reach their goals. But the truth is simple. Excuses are the enemy of success. They create a wall between you and your dreams, and they keep you stuck in the same place year after year. If you want to achieve your goals alone, you must first understand that no one else is responsible for your success except you. No one else will pick you up when you fall. No one else will tell you to get up and keep going when life gets tough. It's your life, and you are the one who must take full ownership of it. Accountability is not just about admitting when you make mistakes. It's about being honest with yourself from the start. It's about recognizing that every decision you make has consequences, and the only way to change your situation is to take full responsibility for it. If things aren't going the way you want, don't look for someone to blame. Instead, ask yourself what you could have done differently. Ask yourself how you can improve and what actions you can take to move forward. There is power in taking responsibility for your actions. When you hold yourself accountable, you stop relying on others to tell you what to do or how to feel. You take control of your future. The moment you stop making excuses and accept that you are in charge of your own life, your mind shifts, you stop waiting for things to fall into place, and you start making things happen. You take proactive steps toward your goals, regardless of the circumstances. One of the most common excuses people make is that they don't have enough time. We've all said it at some point, I don't have time. But the reality is that we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What sets successful people apart is how they use their time. Time is the most valuable resource you have, and how you spend it will determine where you end up. If you are constantly making excuses about how you don't have time, you're not prioritizing your goals. When something is important to you, you make time for it. You don't wait for the right moment, you create it. Another excuse people often use is that they don't have the right resources or opportunities. They tell themselves that if they had more money, the right connections, or better circumstances, they would be able to achieve their goals. But let me tell you this, Waiting for the perfect opportunity is a surefire way to stay stuck. The best opportunities often come when you least expect them, and they don't always come wrapped up in a neat package. Sometimes you have to create your own opportunities. You have to hustle. You have to find a way to make things work, even if the odds are stacked against you. The moment you stop making excuses is the moment you start making progress. Think about the people who inspire you the most. Those who have achieved greatness in their lives. They didn't wait for everything to align perfectly. They didn't wait for the perfect set of circumstances. They took action with what they had, where they were, and they kept moving forward no matter how hard it got. They didn't let excuses hold them back, and neither should you. One of the biggest excuses people make is that they are not capable of succeeding alone. They feel they need support, a team or a mentor to make it happen. While having support can be helpful, the reality is that you don't need anyone else to achieve your goals. You may feel lonely at times, but remember that you are the one who has to put in the work. You are the one who has to make the decisions. You are the one who has to take the risks. You are the one who will be standing at the finish line, having achieved what you set out to do. Now, I'm not saying you can't lean on others for advice or guidance, but you must not rely on anyone to do the work for you. You must hold yourself accountable for the actions you take every single day. If you are waiting for someone to tell you what to do, you are giving up your power. You are putting your success in someone else's hands. Don't do that. Take full ownership of your journey, and make sure that every step you take is a result of your own decisions. There will be days when it feels like no one is watching, and no one cares about your progress. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, because things aren't moving as fast as you would like. That's when your true character will be tested. Will you continue pushing forward, even when you're not getting the recognition you think you deserve? Will you stay disciplined when no one is cheering you on? The answer to these questions will determine whether you succeed or fail. Excuses don't just waste time, they also build a habit of quitting. Every time you make an excuse, you are teaching yourself that it's okay to stop when things get tough. You are telling yourself that your goals are not worth the effort. But every time you push through without making excuses, you are building a habit of perseverance. You are teaching yourself that success is worth fighting for. And over time, those small moments of accountability will add up to big results. Accountability also means being honest with yourself about your weaknesses. It's easy to make excuses and blame others for our shortcomings, but the only way to improve is to face the truth about where we need to grow. This takes courage. It takes humility. But when you hold yourself accountable for your weaknesses, you open the door to growth and improvement. You stop hiding from the things you are afraid of, and you start addressing them head-on. Success requires you to be brutally honest with yourself. You must stop sugarcoating your failures and pretending that everything is okay when it's not. Be honest about where you are in your journey, and take full responsibility for your actions. This doesn't mean beating yourself up. It simply means acknowledging the reality of your situation and taking proactive steps to change it. The best way to stay accountable is to set clear goals and track your progress. When you have a clear target, it's easier to measure how far you've come and how far you still need to go. Every time you accomplish a task, no matter how small, celebrate it. Use it as fuel to keep going. And when you miss a goal or fall short of what you wanted to achieve, don't make excuses. Look at the situation honestly and figure out what went wrong. Then adjust your plan and keep moving forward. Another powerful way to stay accountable is by sharing your goals with someone you trust. This doesn't mean relying on them to hold you accountable for your success, but it can provide an extra layer of motivation. When you have someone checking in on your progress, it creates a sense of responsibility. You don't want to let them down, and that can push you to keep going when you feel like quitting. But remember, it's not their responsibility to make sure you reach your goals, it's yours.
Number 8. Learn new skills and improve every single day. Learning new skills and improving every single day is one of the most important practices you can implement in your life. Continuous learning is the key to personal growth, and improvement is the foundation upon which your success will be built. In a world that's constantly evolving, if you don't keep improving, you risk falling behind. Your progress relies on your ability to adapt, learn, and grow. The journey of self-improvement requires a mindset of always striving for betterment.
no matter how small the steps may seem. The first step in learning new skills is acknowledging the importance of lifelong learning. Many people stop learning after school, thinking that the education system is the end of their growth. But the truth is that real learning happens outside the classroom. Real success comes from the ongoing pursuit of knowledge. This means never getting complacent with where you are, and instead actively seeking opportunities to learn and grow. Whether it's a new skill related to your career, personal development, or even hobbies, the commitment to learning must be constant. When you make learning a priority, you open doors to endless possibilities. Every skill you acquire expands your potential and sets you up for greater success. Think about it. The more you know, the more opportunities you have to improve your life. This can be as simple as learning how to manage your time better, improve communication with others, or mastering a new technical skill that enhances your career. The key here is not to focus on what you don't know, but rather to focus on what you can learn next. Embrace the idea that no skill is too difficult to learn, and no knowledge is beyond your reach. A critical part of learning is recognizing that it takes time. You will not master everything overnight. Expecting instant results is one of the main reasons people give up on learning new things. However, if you commit to consistent effort, even small improvements compound into remarkable progress over time. Learning is a process, and it's important to remain patient with yourself during this journey. Don't be discouraged by the length of time it takes to become proficient in something. The goal is to make steady progress, not to rush the process. To truly improve every day, you must adopt a mindset of incremental progress. Instead of focusing on perfection, focus on growth. Improvement doesn't mean you have to be perfect from the start. It means you need to be better than you were yesterday. Whether that's learning a new skill, improving a current ability, or even refining how you approach problems. The goal is to keep getting better. Every step forward, no matter how small, counts. And when you consistently focus on improving, you'll be amazed at how much you can achieve over time. Another important aspect of learning is the willingness to fail and make mistakes. Too often, people shy away from new challenges because they fear failure. But failure is not the end of the road. It's a stepping stone on the path to mastery. Mistakes are a part of learning. They teach us what doesn't work and help us refine our approach. The more you fail, the more you learn, and the faster you'll grow. It's important to change your perspective on failure and embrace it as part of the learning process. Consistency is essential to daily improvement. In the same way you brush your teeth every day to maintain oral health, you must dedicate time each day to learning something new or improving a skill. This consistent effort compounds over time, and you'll soon see the results of your hard work. It's not about spending hours each day. Even just dedicating a small amount of time each day to learning or practicing a new skill can add up to significant progress. The key is to make it a daily habit. When you commit to learning every day, you'll begin to see the world differently. You'll start noticing areas in your life that you can improve, and you'll be more open to new experiences and opportunities. This mindset shift opens up new possibilities and broadens your horizons. You'll become more adaptable and able to handle new challenges with confidence. Whether it's in your personal life or professional career, your ability to learn new skills will set you apart from others. One of the best ways to keep track of your improvement is to measure your progress. Setting specific, achievable goals will give you something concrete to work toward. This also helps you stay motivated because you can see how far you've come. For example, if you're learning a new language, tracking how many words you've learned each week or how fluent you're becoming can be motivating. The same principle applies to other areas of your life. Whether you're learning how to write better, improve your physical fitness, or advance in your career, measuring your progress ensures that you are moving forward and helps you celebrate your small wins along the way. To truly master a new skill, practice is key. Mastery doesn't come without putting in the hours and repeating the task until it becomes second nature. In the early stages, it may feel frustrating or even discouraging, but this is where most people give up. The most successful individuals are the ones who keep pushing through the challenges and practice diligently until the skill becomes effortless. This perseverance is what separates the average from the exceptional. So don't expect success to come easily, and don't be afraid to put in the work. One of the most powerful things you can do is to surround yourself with people who inspire you to keep learning and improving. This can be mentors, colleagues, or friends who share your passion for growth. Learning from others who are further along in their journey can provide you with valuable insights and motivation. Additionally, being part of a community of like-minded individuals can help you stay accountable and push you to work harder each day. Another great way to keep learning is to expose yourself to different sources of information. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend workshops, and take courses. The more you expose yourself to new ideas and perspectives, the more you'll expand your knowledge base. You don't need to limit yourself to just one type of learning. Explore different fields of knowledge. Diversifying your learning will make you more well-rounded and open to new ideas, which can enrich your personal and professional life. You can also challenge yourself by stepping outside of your comfort zone. Try things that are difficult or unfamiliar. By doing so, you'll learn more about yourself and discover strengths and abilities you never knew you had. Challenging yourself pushes you beyond your limits and forces you to grow. The more you take on, the more you expand your capacity for learning and improvement. To make the process of learning even more effective, it's important to remain humble and open-minded. Don't assume that you already know everything, or that there's nothing more you can learn. Humility allows you to remain open to new ideas, feedback, and opportunities for growth. When you acknowledge that you don't know everything, it frees you from the limitation of thinking you've reached your peak. This mindset will encourage you to keep seeking knowledge and refining your skills. It's essential to understand that learning is a lifelong pursuit. You will never reach a point where you know everything, or have learned all there is to learn. The world is constantly changing, and new challenges will always arise. The key is to embrace this ongoing process of improvement. Keep looking for ways to enhance your skills, grow as an individual, and adapt to new situations. This is the mindset that will fuel your personal and professional success. By making learning a priority, you'll never stop improving. Every day you'll be taking steps toward becoming a better version of yourself. The more you learn, the more confident you become in your abilities. The more you practice, the more natural new skills will feel. And the more you push yourself to improve, the more successful and fulfilled you'll become. Never underestimate the power of learning, because every new skill you acquire builds upon the foundation of your personal growth. Keep improving, keep learning, and keep striving for excellence every single day.
Number 9. Stay motivated by reminding yourself why you started. Staying motivated is one of the biggest challenges we all face when it comes to achieving our goals. There will be days when everything feels hard, when the path ahead looks long, and when the results feel too far out of reach. In these moments, it's easy to want to give up, to let go of the dream, or to slow down because the road is just too tough. But this is where the power of your why comes into play. Your why is the driving force behind everything you do. It's the reason you started in the first place. It's the emotional, deep-rooted reason that propels you to move forward, even when things seem impossible. When you remind yourself of this why, it reignites the fire inside you, giving you the strength to push through difficult times and keep going. Even when the odds are stacked against you, the challenge is not just about remembering your why. It's about connecting to it on a deeper level. It's about digging down and finding the emotional core that drives your efforts. This is not just about achieving a goal for the sake of having it. This is about doing it for the people, experiences, and reasons that matter most to you. Take a moment and think about it. Why did you begin your journey toward your goal in the first place? Was it for the financial freedom to provide a better life for your family? Was it for the personal satisfaction of achieving something you've always dreamed of? Or was it for the sense of pride and accomplishment that comes with pushing yourself to be better every single day? When you connect to this reason, it becomes far more powerful than just a task on a to-do list. Now, the key here is to remind yourself of that why consistently. The world is full of distractions, and it's easy to get sidetracked by day-to-day challenges, setbacks, or even other people's expectations. You may lose sight of why you started and feel disconnected from the original purpose behind your efforts. This is where staying grounded in your reason for starting becomes crucial. When you're feeling down or overwhelmed, take a step back. Revisit that why you discovered at the beginning of your journey. Write it down, keep it visible, and reflect on it often. Visualize the life or results you want to achieve, and ask yourself, what does it mean to me? If you're pursuing a career goal, think about how it will impact your future, your relationships, and your personal fulfillment.
If it's a fitness goal, think about how it will improve your health, your energy, and your quality of life. The more you tie your goal to a deeply emotional reason, the more it will fuel your determination to keep going. There will be times when you feel like quitting, but remembering your why can be the very thing that stops you from giving up. Every successful person has encountered obstacles. They've all faced challenges, doubts, and moments when they wanted to quit. What sets them apart is their ability to reconnect with their deeper purpose. It's not the absence of struggles that defines success. It's the persistence to push through those struggles, driven by a powerful reason to continue. Sometimes, your why might evolve as you grow and achieve your goals. It's natural for your motivations to shift as you make progress. You might start with one reason, but realize that along the way your true why becomes even bigger and more profound. And that's okay. Embrace it. Your why might change, but the key is to always have one that is meaningful enough to inspire you to act. Don't wait for motivation to come to you. Take the initiative to remind yourself of why you're doing this. Write your reasons down on sticky notes and place them around your house or workspace. Keep a journal where you regularly write down what's driving you. Read motivational books or listen to podcasts that reignite your passion. Surround yourself with the energy of those who inspire you. Sometimes, motivation comes from external sources like a good book, a powerful speech, or a supportive friend. But the most lasting motivation comes from within. It's also important to remember that motivation is often the result of action, not the other way around. You don't need to feel motivated before you act. Sometimes you have to take the first step, and the motivation will follow. The act of doing something, even if it's small, can spark the energy you need to keep moving forward. It's like getting into a car. You don't wait for the engine to start on its own. You turn the key, and then it comes to life. Reminding yourself of your why does more than just motivate you. It keeps you on track. It keeps your focus sharp and your mind aligned with your goals. Life is full of distractions and challenges, but if you remain grounded in the purpose behind your actions, it becomes easier to navigate through the noise. This process is about more than just short-term motivation. It's about cultivating a long-term drive that stays with you through the ups and downs. When you reconnect with your purpose, it's like finding a steady compass that guides you through the storm. When the path gets hard, and the journey feels longer than you anticipated, remembering your why will remind you that every step forward is worth it. Your goal may not be easy to reach, but every bit of effort, every hour, every day, and every moment of perseverance counts. Your why is also a reminder that the journey you're on isn't just for the moment. It's for the future you're building. It's for the better version of yourself you're becoming. Even when things feel slow or challenging, keep reminding yourself that it's not about where you are right now. It's about where you're headed and who you'll become along the way. So when you're feeling discouraged or unsure, stop and ask yourself, what is my reason for doing this? What's the bigger picture? And when you get clear on that, let it guide you. Let it push you to take action. Let it be the fuel that keeps your fire burning, no matter what obstacles lie ahead. When you stay connected to your why, the obstacles won't seem as big, the challenges won't be as intimidating, and your goals won't feel as distant.
Number 10. Prove to yourself that you don't need anyone. Proving to yourself that you don't need anyone is one of the most empowering steps you can take on your journey to achieving your goals. It's about realizing your own strength, independence, and ability to navigate life's challenges without relying on others for validation or support. It's about building a foundation that doesn't rely on external circumstances, but rather on your own internal power. One of the first things you must understand is that you are capable of accomplishing more than you think. Often, people look to others for confirmation, approval, or help when faced with challenges. We tend to seek reassurance, hoping that others will tell us we are doing the right thing. But this reliance on others can be limiting. The truth is that you have all the tools within you to succeed. You've just been conditioned to look outside yourself for answers. But now, it's time to shift that mindset. The first step in proving to yourself that you don't need anyone is to recognize that your success is in your own hands. Yes, you may have supportive friends, family, or colleagues along the way, but the reality is, no one can walk your path for you. They can't take the steps for you, nor can they do the hard work that's required to achieve your goals.
You are the one who will make it happen. The power to shape your future is entirely within your grasp. To start, you need to embrace the idea of taking full responsibility for your life. This means acknowledging that, while others can offer guidance, advice, or even resources, the ultimate decision to act lies with you. You are in charge of the choices you make. If you want to change your situation, it is your responsibility to take action. This mindset shift is critical. It will stop you from blaming others or waiting for the perfect circumstances. You don't need anyone to make things happen for you. It's all on you. The second step is to trust yourself completely. Trust in your ability to handle what comes your way, no matter how difficult it may seem. Trust that you will find a way to solve problems, deal with setbacks, and keep moving forward. Self-trust is built through consistent action and learning. When you prove to yourself time and time again that you can navigate challenges, you begin to develop a strong belief in your own capabilities. You stop doubting your decisions because you know you've done the work, and you can rely on yourself. Next, realize that you don't need permission to pursue your goals. Too many people wait for someone to approve their dreams or give them the green light to take action. The reality is, the only person who needs to approve your actions is you. You don't need to wait for someone else to tell you it's okay to go after what you want. You've got everything you need inside you to take that first step. The approval you seek is already within you. Another important realization is that you don't need someone else's approval to feel good about what you're doing. Society often pushes us to seek validation from others, whether it's through likes on social media, compliments, or praise from others. But true self-confidence comes from knowing that your actions are aligned with your goals, values, and vision, regardless of external recognition. When you can do something, work hard, and feel proud of the progress you're making, you're already proving to yourself that you don't need anyone's validation. You are enough just as you are. Your worth doesn't depend on others. This concept ties directly to independence. Independence isn't about doing everything alone. It's about having the confidence and strength to pursue your dreams on your terms. It's about not waiting for permission, waiting for someone to come along and help, or relying on anyone to tell you what to do. When you realize that your success doesn't depend on others, it frees you from the need to look outside of yourself for support. You become your own motivator. You become your own support system. You'll also find that by proving to yourself that you don't need anyone, you'll naturally become more resilient. Life throws curveballs and things won't always go according to plan. People will come and go and circumstances will change. However, when you have built the inner strength to keep going despite what happens, you realize that nothing can stand in your way. Your ability to bounce back from setbacks doesn't depend on others' encouragement. It depends on how much you trust yourself, how committed you are to your goals, and how much belief you have in your ability to make things happen. Furthermore, it's important to understand that the journey to proving to yourself that you don't need anyone is one of personal growth. This process forces you to confront your fears, doubts, and insecurities. It requires you to take ownership of your actions and outcomes. It forces you to push past the comfort of relying on others and step into the unknown, trusting that you have the capacity to figure things out. It's not always easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. One of the most powerful things you can do is set small, achievable goals that you can accomplish on your own. Start with something that pushes you outside your comfort zone, but is attainable if you take consistent action. When you achieve that goal, it will reinforce your belief in your own abilities. It's about proving to yourself, little by little, that you don't need anyone else's help to move forward. It's a process of building confidence and self-reliance. Moreover, you'll need to embrace the idea that your journey may be lonely at times. There will be moments when you have to go it alone, when no one else will understand or support what you're doing, but that's okay. True growth happens in those solitary moments when you're forced to rely entirely on your own strength. These moments of solitude build character and make you stronger. The more you embrace them, the more empowered you'll feel. You'll learn that being alone doesn't equate to being weak or helpless. It's actually in these moments that you discover your true potential. The process of proving to yourself that you don't need anyone also involves setting boundaries. You need to decide where your energy goes and who you allow into your circle. Sometimes you may find that certain people or influences are distracting you or even holding you back. You'll need to distance yourself from negativity, criticism, or anyone who doesn't support your vision. The people you surround yourself with matter, but ultimately, your success depends on your ability to navigate your journey independently. You can choose who to let into your life, but at the end of the day, your success is yours alone to create. It's also important to acknowledge that independence doesn't mean shutting people out completely. It's about finding balance. While you may not need anyone to achieve your goals, it's okay to seek guidance, advice, or encouragement from others along the way. The key is to ensure that you don't rely on anyone to make things happen for you. You are the driving force behind your success. Seek support when necessary, but always remember that your success is ultimately your own responsibility. By proving to yourself that you don't need anyone, you create a foundation of confidence, resilience, and independence. You stop waiting for others to do things for you, or waiting for someone to give you the validation you crave. Instead, you take full responsibility for your life and your success. This will change the way you approach every challenge, every goal, and every opportunity in your life. When you achieve this level of independence, you'll realize that no goal is too big, no challenge too great. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to, and you can do it on your own. You are enough. You have everything you need inside you. The journey may not always be easy, but proving to yourself that you don't need anyone is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward achieving your goals and living a life of fulfillment and purpose.